If you're waking up with dry eyes, dry nose, maybe even a sore or dry throat, chances are your humidity is too low. Most households have a humidity between 40 to 60% to feel comfortable. In the winter, I use a furnace to heat my home, and the air that actually comes out of the vents has a humidity of 20%. So I use these humidifiers to keep things comfortable. But they're not all created the same. Here's my ultimate humidifier buying guide. First, let's talk about what I see are the most standard features for a humidifier. Ultrasonic. This means the humidifier uses sound waves to vibrate the water into a mist. When you search for a humidifier, this is the most common type that you will find. All of these humidifiers will have a quiet operation as well as an adjustable humidity setting, usually from 30 to 40% all the way up to 60 to 70%. They'll also have an adjustable mist output so that you can push out more or less visible mist. Lastly, they'll have a timer and an auto shut-off for when the water tank is empty. Next, these features are what I call comfort features. I would say none of them individually are super important, but together they're definitely worth considering. Warm mist setting. This setting just warms up the mist, and to me it's kind of a useless feature because this warm mist is going to cool shortly after it leaves the device anyways. And actually sometimes I'll put my nose right up to the machine, and so I don't want to accidentally burn my sinuses either. UV sterilization. So all three of these devices claim to be able to kill over 99% of the bacteria in the water. However, I've never tested this and I don't actually know if it works. A remote. You can control your device from across the room. Personally, I prefer to just control it directly on the buttons on the device. However, for number 3 here, it does not have many visible buttons other than the on and off, so you absolutely need to use this remote to operate it. So hopefully you don't lose or break this remote. Overall design and looks. Beauty is in the eye of the humidified, so I leave it to you to decide which of these looks best, although of course I am partial to the Dyson. Night light. Nothing is more annoying than trying to sleep, but there's this bright blue light beaming at you from across the room. 2 of these are able to turn off the LEDs entirely. However, the Dyson here, it can't. So what I do is I take the remote, put it in front of the front LED, and I put a little bit of tape on the back LED as well. Only fans mode. Fan only mode. So the number 3 here can actually be used as a fan on its own without the humidifier function. So actually in the summer, it can blow cool air at you, whereas these 2 cannot. Essential oil tray. It's a removable and reusable pad where you can place essential oils directly for diffusing. Never put oil directly into the tanks though. Lastly, these 2 features in my opinion are the most important when picking a humidifier to buy. 1 is the size of the tank, and 2 is the ease of filling. So first off, let's talk about the size of the tank. So obviously the larger the tank size, the less often you'll have to refill it. So number 1 here has 2 separate tanks, and together they hold a total of 7.5 liters. Number 2 has a single tank which holds up to a maximum of 7.5 liters. And number 3 has 1 tank that holds up to 3 liters. In terms of ease of filling, you may be refilling these tanks several times a week or several times a month. Now, when all these humidifiers have mostly the same features, how easy it is to refill the tank is my number 1 recommended feature. So number 1 has 2 separate tanks. Now, when you open up the lid, you can see there's a nice large opening, so you can put this right up to a shower or bathtub faucet or the kitchen faucet. However, it cannot be propped up on its own. You actually have to hold it up as you refill it, which can be a little bit annoying. Number 3 has a single tank, and it can also be a little bit inconvenient to refill the tank. Now for this one, you can prop this up on its own. However, the lid is a little bit small, so you might not be able to fill it up at a shower or a bathtub faucet. Now number 2 is by far the best refilling feature. All you have to do is flip open the top, and you can bring some water directly to the machine. Or if you don't want to, you can take the tank out like this. It'll hold up on its own, and then fill it up at a shower or bathtub. Hey, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks.